Okay, this is David Thompson. I'm going to be giving a rules overview of Castle Itter. The first thing that I would just want to mention is kind of the background of the game. So the game is it's called Castle Itter. It's based on a medieval castle that was in Austria. It was used by the Germans in World War II to house VIPs, French VIPs specifically, during the war. As far as the battle itself, it takes place a few days after Hitler's death, but before the end of the war in Europe. Most of the German regular army in the area had, at this point, either quit or joined the Austrian resistance. However, the SS was still obviously loyal to the cause. The battle is essentially the combination of U.S. forces with Germans, also the French VIPs, and an Austrian resistance fighter, as they and actually one SS officer that was sympathetic to the French VIPs, as they try to hold off against 100 to 200, depending on the source, SS attackers. So that's the setting. The actual battle itself takes place over the portion of a day before the defenders of the castle are eventually relieved by U.S. Army forces. So that's the setting. If you're not familiar with the battle, it's a very interesting story. It's based this game, and really the best work of about the battle is called The Last Battle by Stephen Harding. It's a pretty good book. Really, only the last few chapters talk specifically about the battle. Most of it is concerned with the French VIPs that were captured in the castle. So the goal of the game is to take the role of the 28 unique personalities. I say unique, that's a little bit disingenuous. There's actually a few of the German regular army infantrymen who, despite my best efforts, I could not find good source material on. So they're referenced simply as riflemen. Everybody else is a unique personality tied back directly to their real-world counterpart. Where, when possible, I've equipped them with the correct weaponry, etc. So you'll be taking on the role of those defenders of the castle. They will be positioned here within the castle itself, here within a gatehouse, and then here manning a Sherman Easy 8. It was a tank that the defenders were able to use as part of the defense of the castle. So that's where the defenders will be. The SS attackers will be coming in on these different routes, approaching from 11 different locations, all trying to converge on the castle. The defenders win if they're able to hold out throughout the attack, and that's represented by this stack of SS cards. If the defenders make it through this stack of cards, they win. And then the attackers, driven by the artificial intelligence used by the SS deck here, if the attackers win, and essentially the player or the defender loses effectively, that's done by them advancing on this path to this point and then being pushed into the castle. So the moment any of the attackers are pushed on any of these avenues of approach into the castle, the game's over for the player. The player loses. So that's the sort of setup and the win and loss conditions for the player. So I'll stop there for now, and then we'll get into each of the individual rules.